Here's Sean McBride, the movie guy, with his thoughts on this weekend's new releases.
It's called the Scarab. I had no idea it would activate.
Host acquired.
Who said that?
Systems checking. 3,
Okay,
2.
it's gonna be okay.
Blue Beetle is a comic book film where a nice kid is accidentally turned into a superhero and now must fight to save his family from an evil corporate CEO. It's like a Spider-Man, Iron Man, and RoboCop mashup with a Latino flair. The story and special effects are mediocre, but the focus on family makes this one worth seeing.
I'm starving, and my little puppy paw pads are really hurting right now. So how exactly could this get worse?
Strays is the foul-mouthed and dirty-minded comedy where a group of streetwise dogs go on a journey to punish one of their owners. It has some fun moments, but non-stop profanity isn't exactly the same as being actually funny.
Miguel, have you ever gotten into a fight? It's like what everyone does.
Miguel Wants to Fight is an odd little story on Hulu where a teen who is moving wants to get in a fight so that he can prove to his friends that he always has their backs. This is a coming-of-age story with some nice ideas about teenage friendship, but also not the most nuanced film in the world.
Names? Monkey King.
Monkey King is the animated Netflix movie based on Chinese folklore. It's the story of an arrogant monkey god and his magical staff on a quest to slay 100 demons. Fun animation, energetic voice performances, and unfamiliar mythology make this one into a great option for the kids.
Monkey King reigns supreme!
And that's what's new this weekend at the movies. I'm Sean McBride, the movie guy.
Okay, a variety of different movies.
Something for everyone.
Okay, so let's talk about the first step.
Yeah, before we get to the actual movies, I just want to tell you, there's a local filmmaker. He's got a movie he's made. He's going to do a preview screening at the Jefferson Theater next Saturday on the 26th. But you can't just show up. You have to pre-reserve your seats. So I just want people to know, if that's something you want to see, if you want to see a local filmmaker, local actors, you want to support local arts, then go to Studio 220 Films, and you can reserve your seat right now. So before, we didn't have time this morning. It's funny, we talked about everything for so long, but we didn't have time to mention that this morning, so I just want to make sure that everyone knows. Studio 220 Films, that's the first step. I mean, I think it's important. If you want arts, you have to support the arts, right? So, so go check it out, reserve your thing, and we'll see you next weekend at the red carpet premiere.
Okay, great. All right. So the first step is good.
Yeah, I haven't seen it. So
I
will review it next week, but
gotcha.
I just got the link. That's one of my things I have to review this weekend.
Okay, we'll put a pin in that one. All right, Blue Beetle, rated PG-13, a Warner Brothers film.
Yeah, Blue Beetle. This is based on a comic book series that I'd never heard of, but apparently it came out in 1939. It's a comic book origin story, but it features a Hispanic kid. He comes home, he's part of a migrant family. Basically, he gets this Blue Beetle. It's a blue scarab that's a extraterrestrial tech that turns him into a superhero. It reminds me a lot of Iron Man meets Spider-Man meets RoboCop. So that tells you that a lot of the elements of the story, we've seen them before. They're not particularly any good. And I'll be honest with you, I didn't like the special effects, and I didn't particularly like the action. So why do I still like this? I like the characters, and I love the family. He has this big Hispanic family. They get together. They're just wonderful characters, mom and dad who love him unconditionally. George Lopez playing a crazy uncle filled with conspiracy theories.
Oh, George Lopez, okay.
And grandma who has a hidden history that's just so much fun. I love the family. That's why you're seeing this movie. I like the Latino flavor to it. I didn't particularly like the story or the special effects, which is kind of an important thing in a superhero movie.
All right. Okay. Now let's move on to Strays, though. This movie I'm really actually looking forward to seeing because I'm a big Jamie Foxx fan, and there's several comedians in this.
And he pairs well with Will Ferrell, and Will Ferrell is playing like his Buddy the Elf character. This is a story about a dog, and he's got the worst owner in the world. Will Forte plays the owner, and the owner takes the dog out to another city and dumps him off, and the dog thinks, oh, I just got to get back to my owner with this tennis ball. It is a dog movie, but the twist is it is a foul-mouthed dog movie. I went through like 10 clips trying to find something I could put on TV. There is nothing I can put on TV. There is an F-bomb every 20 seconds in this, and that's part of the fun of it. You know, they're being as raunchy and as nasty as they possibly can be in this. That's kind of the appeal because they're cute doggies behaving very badly.
Wow.
And if you like that, and look, I do think some of that stuff is funny, and I do think there are funny moments in this, but I also think sometimes when you just default to the profanity, that's kind of a lazy way. I mean, I'd rather see
Yeah.
more jokes and
Well,
stuff.
and I want to go ahead and stick with this one because, you know, it is rated R. When you think of strays and you see cute dogs, you think, oh, I can bring the kids. Not this
You will
one.
notice there's no sound on these clips here, you know, because even so, as a matter of fact, I went through and I cut out a lot of the other objectionable stuff here. But look, it is, it's got its, people will like to see it. It's Jamie Foxx, it's Will Ferrell, it's Isla Fisher, it's, you know, it's a good cast. These are people who can tell jokes. I think it's fine. I mean, it's okay. It's just, it's not as much fun as it might have been had they done something more than just swear every 20 minutes.
Sure. Okay. I know we didn't get a chance to go through all of them, but did you like all of them, or
You know, this is a weird week. I mean, everything. There's nothing that's bad.
Okay.
I actually think the Monkey King is probably the best of the bunch. We didn't really talk about it. By the way, go to our YouTube page, News on KFDM, and you can see the whole conversation I had this morning with Dan. So you can catch up on those right there. Monkey King is probably the best of the bunch this week, but because it's new and it's flashy and the kids will like it. But it's kind of a mediocre week at the movies. It's August. It's literally the dog days of August with a dog movie. And if the stuff was really good, it would have been released earlier in the season.
Gotcha.
And because it's just kind of vomited out at this end of the season.
Okay, yeah, well, because when I think of movies, I do think of the summertime, and you think they would just be rocking them out. but
According to
they're not,
Hollywood,
right?
summer is over. Summer is done.
Okay, well, thank you so much for joining us. I'm going to check out one of those. And thanks for joining us today at noon from all of us here at KFDM. Have a wonderful weekend.